Hello, welcome back to another video. In this lesson I'm going to be teaching you how to vamp most African praises, or most common African praises on the piano, or you can say on the keyboard. Okay, so this lesson is going to be in the key of C sharp, and if you don't understand C sharp, just get the concept of the video and still duplicate it to any other key of your choice. Okay, though I'm going to be doing this lesson in the key of C sharp and F, so that if you don't understand C sharp, you can at least flow well with key F. So also at the ending part of this video, I'm going to be revealing some couple of voices on the piano you can use when vamping. Okay, all right, so without wasting a second, let's get straight to it. So starting from C sharp, this is our scale. Okay, this is the fourth note of the scale, which is do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do. Okay, or you can say 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 back to 1. Okay, so these are also the chords. This is our first chord, which is do chord. The second chord, this is the re chord. The third chord, mi. The fourth chord, fa. The fifth chord, sol. The sixth chord, la. This is your C, and this is your do in the key of C sharp. Okay, so the progression of the song I was playing at the earlier part of this video is just from your 1, which is your do, in this case C sharp major chord, to your fourth chord, which is F sharp. Okay, that is fa, back to do, then sol. Okay, which is G sharp major chord. Okay, so let me just replay what I did at the beginning. So this is just how it goes. You are the love, unquestionably, you are the love, unquestionably. Okay, you see that? So first chord, fourth chord, first chord, fifth chord. That's just basically the progression of the song. So now this is actually what we call vamping. See what I did? So vamping is just using chord to accompany a song, mostly praise. Okay, so let me just teach you how the vamping technique works. So let me show you what the left hand is doing. So this is what the left hand is basically doing. Is this. See that? Very simple. So just 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4. Okay, but you just make sure it aligns with the beat. Okay, so that's basically what the left hand is doing. So the right hand, the same chord progression, but the right hand doing something like this. Okay, okay, these are inversions I'm using. You see this? See that? So okay, 1 2 3 4. Okay, so just using this pattern you can. Okay, so that's just basically what the right hand is doing. So if you now combine both, it will be something like this. Okay, I'm using inversion at some point, like this part, this inversion. Remember, it's still the same thing as your first chord, which is your do chord, but I just inverted it. Okay, so the fourth chord too, the same thing. It's the fifth chord. I'm using inversions too, the same thing as this. Okay, so this is how most African praises work. It's not even only this song. Many other songs. Look at this, for instance. I have a father, never fail me. I have a father, never fail me. Jesus is my father, never fail me. You see that? Rock of ages, never fail me. So that's just it. It's working in many songs. Okay. Alright, so let me now teach you some little things before, some little ways you can also spice up your vamping techniques, like adding some passing chord and some little styles. Okay, so what you can do now, whenever you're going to your fa, which is your fourth chord, in this case F sharp major chord, you can add a dominant 7th passing chord. Or let me not make this complex, let's just call it your flat 7, which is your to. Most Africans are familiar with the to, which is this. Okay, so this is your 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 of the scale back to the 1. Okay, so if you do the 7th and we flat it, this becomes our flat 7, or you can call it To. Okay, so what most African people are familiar with, this is Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do. Okay, so when you flat the T, you get the To, which is this. So you can either play this, just play this, strike this To before approaching your Fa in any song. Okay, so something is what I mean. For instance, so I'm going to my 4th chord, which is Fa, F sharp major chord. So before heading to this, instead of just going from this to this, I will do like this, then strike this before going to this. This is one very, very common passing chord that is used in most African praises or when vamping. So, but what I would like to do personally, I would like to play it in the chord form. This is actually the chord form I do use, which is C dominant 7th chord. And if you want to know more about dominant 7th chord, you can check the description box below. I have videos on that, so you can understand it, and also passing chords. Okay, but for this video, we'll just keep it simple. You can play it in the chord form or in the note form. Okay, what I would like to do is most time play it in the chord form. You see that? So it's used anytime you want to get to the 4th chord, that is your Fa, you just play the To before going to this. Okay, and also for example, whenever you want to get to your 4th chord, which is your Do chord, you can also use the 4th chord. Whenever you want to get to your Do, you use your Fa as a passing chord. This is what I mean. For instance, this is the 5th chord, then I want to go back to my Do, so I just do something like this. This is my Fa before you get to the Do. Instead of just So to Do, I did So, then Fa and Do. Okay, so let me combine everything from scratch before moving to the key of F, so that you're going to understand better. So this is. First voice you can use when vamping in this my piano is called the what I'm using right now is called the Funky EP. Okay, so you can use that as more of electric pianos. Okay, so you can use the Funky EP, is number 14 in this piano. This is the sound. Okay, that's the Funky EP. We also have the Ocarina, which is 146 in this piano, 146, and the number might be a little bit different in some other pianos, but just use the name. Okay, it will definitely be around this number. So Ocarina is 146 on this piano. These are its sounds. Okay, this also used most times when vamping, because it's with a loop. These are the two major voices, electric piano and ocarina. So that's just basically the voice we use. You can still use many other voices, but this is actually the basic thing I do use. Sometimes jazz guitar, which is number 43, and many more. Okay, so alright, so now bringing the knowledge to key F. This is our scale. Okay, Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do. Okay, so this is our scale, and this is our 4th chord in key F, which is this, also called your Do. This is your 2nd chord, your Re, your 3rd chord, your Mi, your 4th chord, your Fa, your 5th chord, your Sol, your La, your Ti, and your Do. Okay, so these are the chords of the F major scale. So the progression of the song is simple. From our 1st chord, which is this, to our 4th chord, which is this B flat major chord, which is your Fa. Okay, to our 4th chord again, this, to our 5th chord, C major chord, okay, which is your Sol. So you can use inversions, 1st chord, 4th chord, 1st chord, 5th chord. Okay, so remember the vamping technique. For the left hand, just this. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's just basically it. While the right hand. Okay. chords. So vamping is just all about hand alternation. If you don't even pick anything from this video, just remember it's all about hand alternation. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to apply a passing chord. So now also the passing chord to the fourth chord in key F is going to be this. This is our dominant seventh chord, or you can just play it in the note form, which is this, the flat 7. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You flat it to get your top. Okay. Or the flat 7, call it anyhow you want to call it. So you can either play it in the note form, play this before approaching your fourth chord, or you play it in the chord form, which is this. Okay, so that's just basically it. We'll be stopping here. There are many videos more to come. More of my videos is going to be on how to play bass lines, solo, praises, and many other things. Okay, hymns and many more videos to come. So if you enjoyed this, subscribe to this channel, support us to keep growing. God bless you as you do so. We'll see you in our future videos. So take care.